Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakudash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Shalom. All right, now I just wanted to get into this lesson. All right, just going into what is order? Respect it. What is order? Respect it. All right, because you have men amongst Israel, all right, that clearly do not respect the order that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai has set up in these latter days. All right, and that indication is a sign that they're not in order themselves, man. And the Most High expects his church to be in order, all right, his house, as well as his men. Therefore, he has set up, all right, orders, rankings amongst us, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, to establish his house and his body in these latter days, man. And if you're a spiritual man, if you believe and you have faith, then you would get in order. You would get in line, man. All right. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work." Right. A bishop being basically an overseer over the church, man. All right. And we have different overseers over different camps across the four corners, man. But that's set up by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And if you have faith, all right, if you believe, then you would get in order, man. You would get in line with what the Lord's program is in these latter days. Okay, verse 2, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. That's right. And we have that example through our elders and apostles, man. How to be sound, all right? How to have balance, how to overcome, all right? We have our physical representations of those men on the planet Earth today, man. All right, and we follow and pattern ourselves after great men, and there's nothing wrong with that, man, okay? But the order that the Most High set up must be respected, man. And if you don't respect it, all right, the Most High, like they say in the world, man, respect it or check it. The Most High is going to check you, man, and get you right, all right? So it says, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High? Right, man. If you don't know how to rule your own house, all right, yourself, it starts with you, man. All right. It starts with you. Okay. It starts with the man in the mirror. Right. And ultimately, that man in the mirror has to look at himself. OK, and start there, man. Like the scriptures say, self-examine. OK, before that day of judgment. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing, man. We're self-examining so that we ultimately can get others in line. But the Most High has set up a hierarchy amongst us, man. And that's nothing to brag or boast about. But that's just what it is on this planet Earth right now, man. Okay, we know that this society is gonna dissolve, is gonna be destroyed. Okay, but the Lord has set up men above us. Okay, different elders, camp heads, whatever it may be, to establish that order on the planet Earth, man. We follow after that order. Okay, and the Lord is about to work a great miracle amongst us. Okay, so let's get that word order. I'll get it out of 1 Corinthians. Go there really quick. And I'm going to just bring it out. All right, it's 1 Corinthians 14:40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. Now, let's get that word order, man. Because the Most High has us fitly joined together. Okay, in that order, in a body. All right, we're going to prove that. I'll read it in the NLT first. 1 Corinthians 14:40. It says, but be sure that everything is done properly and in order. That's right, properly, correctly. Because if you're not in order, if you're not in order, you're out of order, right? You're not working, okay? You're not aligned. You're not fit together. It says taxes and arrangement. And we see that. We have a hierarchy amongst us. Apostles, elders, bishops, camp heads, okay? Certain officers, right? But it's spiritual though, okay? And if you truly believe, you call on the names, all right, then you will believe that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has done this on the planet Earth today, man. Starting with the apostles. Okay, it says a fixed succession, observing a fixed time. It says do or right order, orderly condition. It says the position, rank, or position which one holds in civic or other affairs. You see, position, rank, post. You see, so the Most High has set up different ranks, different positions amongst us. Okay, everyone can't be in the apostles. Okay, operate on that level. Everyone can't operate on the level of the bishops. Okay, or even camp heads, man. So the Lord has put that amongst us, okay, ultimately as well to test us to see if we're going to accept it, man, and get in line. See if they got some more on this one.
G 5021. Tasso.
Right, it says to put in order, to station, to place in a certain order, to arrange, to assign a place, to appoint. There you go. To appoint, man. So the Lord has actually handpicked certain men on this side, man. All right. And we believe we're of that elect, but the Lord has put certain men in place, okay, before other men. That's why the scriptures tell you, admonish those who rule over you, okay, and watch for your soul, okay, for their work's sake, because certain men have been out on the highways and byways doing this for decades, man. Going out, teaching, being leaders, setting examples. And that can't go unnoticed, man. Okay? That is to be highly respected. All right? And the lack of respect, it just shows, okay, the lack of order, man, within oneself. Okay? It says to assign, appoint a thing to one, to appoint, ordain, man. So men have been predestined, ordained to be in these positions, man, that they're in. Okay? Not to say that, okay, in the kingdom of heaven, one brother might be higher ranking than another, because it might be like that. But right now, what we have, all right, these physical representations that the Lord put on the planet Earth, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, that's the order from the Lord, okay? The elders, the bishops, camp heads, officers, that's the order, man. And if you can't get in line with the order, that's a character flaw, man. Okay, that's something within yourself that doesn't want to get in line. Okay, but it says to appoint on one's own responsibility or authority. And we have certain responsibilities and also authority, but do we abuse that authority? No. We operate in that authority gracefully, man. We have mercy on brothers. Okay, we tarry with brothers. We're long suffering with brothers. Okay, we bear brothers' infirmities. That's what this is about, man. Not abusing power or getting puffed up. All right? Or abusing your position. Or exalting yourself. It's not about that, man. It's simply about order. Being fitly joined together. Okay? It says, okay, let me see if I can get this really quick. Off the online etymology, get that word order. It says, let me get this out the way. It says order, give order to arrange a row. All right. Let's see if there's some up here. Okay, here we go. All right. It says body of persons living under a religious discipline. It says position, a state, right? It says rule, regulation, because we have certain rules. We have certain regulations. That's the scriptures. But through the scriptures, we find that order. And the Lord puts us in order. It says to fit together. It's heavy. To fit together. And the scriptures tell you we're jointly fitted together, man. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. Start at 14. It says that we hence therefore be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And that's likened to being in disorder, man. Being tossed to and fro, different doctrines. You're not in order. So when the Lord brings you to the house of faith, all right, then you're required to be in order. And if you're not in order, okay, the Lord, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, man. All right, it says 15, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Yahushua Mashiach. That's right. And here's the point, verse 16, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supply, because it said here what? Order is what? To fit together, right? And that's how the Lord wants us. He wants us to fit properly together. He wants us to be dwelling in unity and peace and love. Like it said in 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, not a brawler, not a striker, given to hospitality. The Lord wants all those things from us, man. And we see that and those characteristics in our elders, man. So we pattern ourselves after those great men and we get in order. All right. So it says, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. So order is for edification purposes, man. We're fit together to edify. Because if you have a pulled muscle or a bummed leg, all right, or an injured shoulder blade, your body feels different. It doesn't feel fit together. All right. It feels out of order. So that's likened unto the church. All right. If you have something that's not in order, all right, if you have an ailment, the body's going to know. It's going to know something's going on. All right. And if you're spiritual, you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to know this, man. You got to know this. OK, let's see if they got something on that in the NLT really quick before I go on to this other one. Ephesians 4:16 in the NLT. It says, He, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he makes the whole body fit together perfectly, as each part does its own special work. That's right. Your fingers have certain jobs. Your brain has a certain job. Your legs, your arms, okay, your lungs, every part of your body works together. We take how many breaths a day? We take probably hundreds of thousands of breaths a day. Thousands upon thousands of inhales and exhales. That's a part of your body, your lungs going in and out. It's fit together. You walk left, right. Your arms sway. That's fit together, man. So you don't want a body that's injured because the body's going to know. All right. You don't want a part of the body that's out of order because the body's going to know. It says, as each part does its own special work, it helps the other parts grow so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love. That's right. That's heavy, man. So the Lord wants us healthy and growing and full of love, man. That's ultimately what order brings. Order brings health. Order brings love. Because if just think about a diet, that aspect. If your diet is out of order, you're going to be out of order. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to grow. All right. Your mood is going to change. You're not going to be full of love. All right. You're going to be moody, man. OK, why? Because that body is out of order. OK. And if you didn't deal with order and rank. All right. Why does it say this here in Luke 19? This is Luke 19:12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. Right. That's likened unto Yahushua. Scriptures tell you he's as a man on a journey. All right. And he gave authority over his servants to watch, man, to keep that house up. All right. And if you're keeping the house up, you want it fully furnished. You want the chandeliers nice. All right. You want it furnished with guests that have been bidding on to their marriage. All right. The supper of the Lamb, Yahushua. OK, you don't want that house to, when you open the door, you hear squeaks. Or you got rodents and rats and roaches running out. Or you got cobwebs everywhere and you got to wipe it. Or you got a dusty floor. No, man, the Lord wants his house all right, and upkeep shape. And that's what we're doing by edifying the body, keeping ourselves in order, keeping our houses in order. Because the Lord is going to come and he's going to evaluate us, man. All right. Like this parable, it says, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants, right? And these are likened unto men of the Lord, all right? Men that have been called, right? The church means to what? Call out. All right, we've been called into this thing, and we've been given certain talents. We've been put in certain orders, certain ranks. It's going to say that here. It says, and he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. And that's what we're doing, man. Scriptures tell us be occupied in prophecy till the Lord come. Till I come, give attendance to exhortation, sound doctrine, roughly paraphrasing. All right, that's order, okay? But a part of that order is respecting the positions that the Most High has put above you, starting with the apostles. But it says, but his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And that's Yahushua, man. Scriptures even tell you, all right, they that are my enemies and wish that I not reign over them, bring them forth, and I shall slay them. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So it says, and it came to pass that when he returned, having received the kingdom, that's right, man, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him. Right. Now, here's the evaluation process. Because the Most High gave certain men certain talents, and he's going to reward them for such in that order. And you better believe it. It says, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. And that's likened unto us, bidding unto the marriage, on the highways and byways, bringing forth fruit meet for repentance. It says, then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound had gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have authority over 10 cities. You see? And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound had gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. You see? So if there was an order, there was a rank, why would the Lord give one servant the authority over 10 cities and the other servant the authority over 5 cities, man? All right? So the Lord deals with order and rank, man. It's just that. That's not nothing to brag or boast about, all right, or abuse positions of power. No, man, it's to make us more humble, because the scriptures tell you this. Sirach chapter 3, verse 18, it says, the greater, I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, my son, go on with thy business in meekness, so shall thou be beloved of him that is approved. That's right. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. So the greater you are, you have to be humble, man. And we see that perfect example in the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, they're great men. They've laid the foundation through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for the hopeful elect to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But their characters are the humblest, man, the most meek. They don't brag. They don't boast. They just edify, man. They're in order from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so what is order? Respect it. All right, or Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to check you. All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harachakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the 4 corners.